Hello, everyone. Just get set up here. Okay. How are we doing today? Welcome to Sunday Soul Sessions. Thank you for tuning in week after week. We'll give you another minute to get cozy and settled. I just made myself some Tulsi rose tea with a little bit of raw honey. Super grounding and warm and just exactly what I needed today. So again, thank you so much for joining me. Sunday Soul Sessions. We've been going really strong for a while now. So I thank you all for tuning in. It's been really a treat. And I couldn't do it without you. So thank you for all of your feedback and everything. So today what I have in store is a few different versions of how you can relieve stress. I mean, this is a stressful time that we're all in right now. And whether we have better moments and not so great moments, we are in this state of coasting in between, trying to manage what's coming in and coming out, and then all of our to-dos. And then on top of it, literally just trying to manage as we go through the world. So this particular posture I'm going to show you today is a very relaxing posture. I'm going to show you a few different variations of how you can enjoy it. And this is a legs up the wall pose, or Viparita Karani. So in yoga, in Sanskrit, we call this Viparita Karani. Viparita literally translates to inverted, and Karani translates to inaction. So when you think about it, it's inverting the action of literally your sitting or standing day. So you're taking how we normally go throughout the world and we're on our feet and we're flipping that upside down. Literally. And when we do this, it facilitates venous drainage and it also increases circulation. It also can alleviate headaches. It can alleviate low back pain. It stretches our hamstrings. It allows our lymph system to drain, our lymph nodes to drain, and it soothes low back pain. What else? Stretches hamstrings. I think I already said that. If you have any swollen legs or feet, or after a long cycle or run, you might want to kick your legs up, so to speak, right? So I'm going to guide us through a few different ways that you can set this up for yourself for success. And also you can enjoy this posture any time of day, any time of year. It's especially really beneficial for a time change, a season change, or if you're in air travel. So just keeping in mind these this is a nice grounding practice for a transition, or just needing to literally give yourself a boost of energy. When we turn ourselves upside down like this in this Langana inversion, which means calming, this calming practice, and it's a calming energy we're trying to evoke. We're giving our heart a break also, as our heart is pumping all of the time as we're standing up. But when we turn ourselves around, we're giving our heart a break in a way, and blood can flush back to fill our vitals and our internal organs. So this is a really accessible and potent practice, and it's very gentle. So I hope that you enjoy it. We'll do it together. And I'll lead you through some different ways to set up, and also different ways to enjoy this practice. So just to get started, legs up the wall. Obviously, you can use a wall, and I'm going to demonstrate a wall today with you all. And then I'm also going to demonstrate with a chair. So if you don't have a wall space, or if it doesn't seem accessible to get your legs all the way up like that, I'd recommend you pull in a chair. And I have one here. There we go. And you can just simply come to the side of the chair like this. You can recline on back and kick your legs up like this. So this is a way to enjoy legs up the wall. Your legs are higher than the lower half of the body, right? So this is a way to do it. You can also turn the chair around and place the back of the chair against and kick your legs all the way up. So the legs sort of rest up against something, right? You can also, if you definitely have low back issues and you're not quite sure, this is a great place to start at. And it's bend your knees and let your heels rest. Right? So this is one way that you could enjoy Viparita Karani and the many benefits. The other way, and I'll do that for you here. So again, feel free to use the chair if you'd like. So the other way, let me just move this back a little bit so you can see me a little bit. The other way to enjoy this is to come up against a wall. Hey, Kelly. So another way to enjoy this pose is to come up against the wall sideways like this. And then place your hands behind you, scooch forward a little bit, and you're going to lean back. And as you do, you're going to pivot and get your legs up against the wall. Now, you might need to make sure you can still hear me. Hello. You might need to scooch yourself in closer towards your wall that you're using. All you're going to need to do now for the remainder of the practice is to just listen to my voice. You may need to peek over and look at me from time to time, but make sure your heels are resting against something. And remember your chair option if for some reason you can't lift the legs like this, right? Or if it just seems to be too much. Now check in with your back. You may need to invite a little bend to your knees here to alleviate that curve in your lumbar. If that's the case, lift and scooch, and make sure you're nice and comfortable. If you're cool, you may want to place a blanket over you. Even a sandbag or something heavy over the belly can be really grounding as well. So you can have your arms by your side. You can have your arms out wide to a T position. You can bend your elbows and come into a cactus position or a field post. Whatever you're choosing, maybe even the one hand at the heart, one hand at the belly, whatever you're deciding to choose, choosing wisely and what's best and most anchoring for your body. Every day different, none the same. So listening as you close your eyes to the internal wisdom present of what you need right now. Also know if there's some numbing happening or too much coolness, feel free to bend your knees and roll to one side in fetal posture at any time. So please know throughout this session today that you can do that at your own will. Obviously, you have free will. Another option that's really nice as we're settling in is you can take your hands and place the thumbs in between the center of each palm. Gently wrap your fingers around the thumbs, cultivating a mudra or hand gesture called Adi Mudra, which is a primordial mudra, connects us right to the earth, and also is a gesture of bringing us back into that womb-like essence of safety and support and holding. Just like babies curl in for safety and comfort, we can evoke that here with this hand gesture. Very light pressure. And then you can place the arms by your side in this gesture or place them at the body, whatever is calling to you. As you're settling in with your body, let the earth absorb your weight. Notice your natural breath. Moving through the container of the body. And allow yourself the opportunity for a few minutes this evening and give yourself permission to rest. Give yourself permission to rest. Devoting the next few minutes to self-care, filling your cup, restoring your energy, giving back to you. Nowhere else you need to be. No demands, no to-do lists. You here, taking a moment. The earth beneath you holding your weight. Feel as though each time you naturally inhale, the earth is rising up to meet you, enveloping around your curves. And as you breathe out, feeling a dissolving of hard edges of your body and your mind. Softening the face. Softening the space between the brows. Allowing your temples to soften and melt back. Allow your eyes to drop back, weightless and glowing in their sockets. The inner and outer ears releasing. Corners of the mouth soft, allowing an effortless smile. The root of the tongue soft in the mouth, Noticing a deepening of letting go, held by the earth, held by the natural breath, ultimately held by the present and all that's here and the collective that we all share. Getting out of your own way as you allow the breath to be just as it is. Touching presence as we collect our attention to the natural breath, the here and now. Gently bring the attention now with the eyes closed to the navel. Watch the navel movements just as they are. Navel gently rises on the inhalation, falls on the exhalation effortlessly, without force. In a moment, we'll begin to direct the breath ever so gently through specific points, as if you're using a straw with very little effort. Without gulping the breath, this is a soft, smooth sipping of breath. Awareness to the navel center. Gently on your inhale, sip the breath up from the navel center to the throat center along a thin passage. Exhale up from the throat center to the third eye center and out through the crown of the head. Inhale, navel to throat along a thin passage. Pause and hold the breath briefly, exhaling up through to the third eye or midbrain and out the back of the skull or crown. Inhale, navel to throat. Pause briefly and exhale up through to the third eye point and out the crown back of skull. Sort of at a 45 there at Bindu. So not directly at the top of the skull, but more toward where the back of the skull and the top of the skull meet, at the swirl at the back of the head. Inhale from the navel to the throat. Pause and hold briefly, exhaling up through the third eye and out the back of the skull, where the crown and back of the skull meet at Bindu. Inhale, navel to throat. Exhale up through to the third eye and through to the back of the skull, crown. Take a few more. Soft sipping of breath. Last round. And allow the breath to come back into its natural rhythm, awareness dropping to the navel. Gently begin to bring the heels off the wall. If that's something that feels right now, you can also bend your knees a little bit to alleviate any back pressure and circle the ankles, wiggle the toes. Point and flex. You can also raise the arms up as well, circling your shoulders and your hip joints, keeping a soft bend to ankles, knees, wrists, and elbows. Reversing. We'll give the knees a hug, rocking gently side to side, and eventually roll over to your most open nostril side. If your both nostrils are pretty clear right now, just choosing left or right. But if one's most clear, roll to the most clear side. Give yourself a moment here in fetal posture. As though you're moving through water, we'll slowly peel up to a comfortable seat. Take your time to rise. Eyes closed if you can. Keep them closed till the very end, maybe grabbing a cushion to sit up on. And then when we arrive here, it's aligning your midline, the crown over the heart over the navel over the root, feeling the central line, pillar of light, clear and stable. Let your energy now settle once again as all states of matter shift. Internal gaze. We'll join the palms together in front of the heart, Anjali Mudra, bowing the head. Taking a moment to honor your wholeness. All parts of you that make you you. And may all beings know happiness. May all beings know health. May all beings know safety. And may all beings walk in ease along their path. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me. And I hope that you enjoyed a little bit of relaxation time during Sunday Soul Sessions. Thank you for joining in and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you.